Welcome back to episode number 5 in our Worldbox series. Today, we're going to go ahead and pick up from where we left off in our last episode, and we're going to review a little bit of what happened. We got a new demigod. His name is Ippy Boy. He came down so that way he could better protect and prepare his people for the attacks that may be happening against Strahd von Zarovich. Only in time will we be able to see if Ippy Boy and Gor Hehal will be able to destroy the Vallaki people and protect their own. Ippy Boy ordered a raven to fly over to the village of Vallaki, and they received a terrible threat that would in fact kill most of their people. It gave them the plague. The plague has ravaged all of the land of Vallaki, and only those who stand left will either die off very soon, or they may have received the immune trait. Strahd von Zarovich has pulled his punches recently because of this attack. Burger Town has decided to go on the offensive. They have been preparing their culture and learning the offensive trait, so that way they can send their army off to other lands. You can see that they really have been working on their armaments after the attack from the dragon named Siltar. Ronald intends on making his people thrive and prosper. You can see that the field that was once here has been destroyed, leaving them with less crops, but their skills to produce a ton of food is going to take a lot longer than what it took before. The orcs of Zukilar have their leader, Malakath the Muscle. He has been leading his people and telling them to settle in different areas of their mainland. The other villages, Zebkelar, Zerokelar, and Ridkelar, they are still very much behind in technology. Finally, we had the tragedy which struck in O Fortuna, as the leader, named O Fortuna, fell after the dragon attack from O Siltar. Many of the people died. The village was completely burned down. And who was left in charge? None other than Okan. Okan intends on turning around O Fortuna and bringing its people back to the mentality of becoming a prosperous, mighty nation of elves. Although we believe that O Fortuna passed away during the dragon attack of O Siltar, that is not true. The ashes that blew away from O Fortuna's body blew to a more southern west island. There, a bony arm emerged, and the remains of O Fortuna rose again. The hatred in his heart spurned, and his anger will now be a new wrath on this land. O Fortuna intends on building his army of undead. He has started preparations to build a land bridge. Where will he go? Will he attack the dwarves? Will he head north back to the elves? We have finally found O Siltar, the cataclysm that flies through the air. He attacked 2 towns in the last episode, O Fortuna and Burger Town. In today's episode, we will see what chaos will spurn. Let's find out. Burger Town has really been picking up their pace. Their army is humongous. If we look at their culture, they're level 28 in culture, and they are working on fishing boats. You can see that their army is 123 out of 233. That's an enormous army. After last video, I received another comment asking if I would be able to name some more gods or deities for the other races, and we're going to go ahead and do that. Burger Town prays to their god. Ronald goes to church, a rare sight for their leader to do. He prays out loud to their deity, their god. Andreas, if you hear me, your people need you. We have been weakened by O Siltar, the mystical red dragon. Strahd von Zarovich intends to destroy our people and our way of life. Will you assist us, dear Andreas? We beg, we plead. Please shed us some mercy. You hear? A mighty meteor strikes the ground. People, scurry! We believe it's an attack. Is it Strahd? Is it O Siltar again? But from behind the flames arises a figure, the silhouette large and powerful. It seems as though the demigod, Andreas, has emerged. He walks forward to his people, O Fortuna, and his army of undead. He plans, he schemes, and finally, he begins to build a bridge back to his hometown. O Fortuna stands by. He watches the construction of the bridge. By his undead army, you can hear the hammers clanking away as they lay board down piece by piece until finally they emerge to the other side of the ocean, next to the small village of Etude. O Fortuna speaks to his undead. We will destroy them. They shall suffer for what they've done to me. All I've done for them is build them up, and now I will destroy them, and we shall conquer the old world, piece by piece. The undead prepare to march on O Fortuna. The army of undead have broken through, and because this zombie is attacking, in time, we will see if the zombies will be able to infect these elves. It has happened. You can see the fighting emerges. You can hear the elves running and screaming in terror. The zombies continue to pile through. You can see that the zombie horde is starting to emerge past the bottleneck that was the road that was constructed. The elves are trying to fight back, and you can see that some of the zombies are throwing fire, which is causing more chaos. These poor elves, they've only experienced suffering. And the army is unaware of this small rabble of zombies crossing the bridge. O Fortuna instructs that his army builds a fortress in his name. He begins to cross the bridge though. As he leaves, he intends to return with a fortress. Time has passed, and the fortress made for O Fortuna is done. The undead are proficient at building, especially since they work so well together under one order from O Fortuna. The attack continues as their people are devoured alive. A young elf comes sprinting towards Okan. Okan! Okan! They're attacking the village of Etude! Okan looks at the child. He says, "Slow down, child. Speak clearly. Tell me, what is your worry, son?" "There's zombies attacking the village! We have to stop them! Please! What are we gonna do?" Okan looks to Shanair for advice. They counsel each other. Okan decides that the best solution that they can do is to wall O Fortuna off from the other two villages. The people work vigorously. As they go to the border, Shanair oversees to make sure that no other creatures can pass the border. The wall has begun construction, and Shanair fears by looking southward, she can see the devastation. The army tries its best to hold back this horde of undead, although it seems futile. For every one zombie they take down, two rise up to take its place. The wall stretches around all of O Fortuna. There is a gap left open for those who are able to make it past the wall, although many decide to stay and fight in Etude. This is their home. Burger Town, now with their demigod arriving, Andreas, he commands that a fortress is also erected in his name. A fortress that will protect their people from another dragon attack, and a defensible position where they can hold up in case of other races invading as well. The people of Burger Town now have a fortress for themselves. The zombie infection continues in the land of the elves. Timon, an archer, tries his best to defend his people, but it will all be in vain as he begins to suffer the symptoms. Untamon is now undead and begins to attack his people. The decision to close off the wall has been made. Okan and Shanair cannot lose any more people. Anyone who is left outside the walls will be forever banished from the realm of O Fortuna. With the walls closed off, anyone outside is doomed to face off against O Fortuna, the Necromancer. Valador has Ippy Boy and Gore Hehal. They intend on conquering Vallaki in hopes to discover new technology. Ippy Boy sends out a scout to see how is Vallaki faring after he has sent his cursed gift. He finds himself in Vallaki and is caught immediately. The humans attack the young boy, and just like that, the boy was killed. After Strahd hears of the treachery of the dwarves, he knows that the spy was no coincidence. He demands the construction of a bridge immediately, so that way his forces may attack as soon as possible. As the bridge is under construction, time passes. Gore, Hee-Haw, and Ippy Boy begin to worry about the scout they sent, and word of a bridge being constructed towards their island piques their interest. They begin to study harder and prepare for war. The forces of O Fortuna the Necromancer reincarnated had begun to advance on the village of Etude. They hold the bridge. They continue to march forward. Before long, the once old king of O Fortuna arrives back into his kingdom. He intends on destroying it. Zukalar, the orcs, have remained very calm and uneventful in the past few days. Malakath the Muscle prays from above, asking for his deity to rain down the black liquid which gives them inspiration to do more. The rain is plentiful. The bridge that Vallaki has constructed has been erected much longer. It approaches quickly on Vanador. The army of O Fortuna has grown to an immense size. They approach quickly onto Etude. They're trying to rebuild their village. All of Etude will be destroyed very soon. Ippy Boy and Gore Hee-Haw have decided that because of the advancements on Vallaki, they need to prepare and build a wall. That way, in case of the attack, they can redirect the enemy. Burger Town has finally reached 600. The final moments of Etude and Dies Irae are upon us. The horde of undead advances forward. Little hope is left as archers rain down from above, the architecture of the elves being eaten away. Shanair stands the high ground to fend off the attack, but it seems as though it may be in vain. Etude and Dies Irae is already lost. The last survivor, Kakor, a young elf. He scrambles, and Kakor has fallen. Now the undead rule this plane. The bridge, which shall connect Vanador and Vallaki, is almost complete. Strahd demands to build a siege castle right outside, so that way his people will have the upper hand. Gore Hee-Haw and the ever-growing powerful Ippy Boy have erected a wall that will redirect all of the forces from Vallaki to one choke point, right here. Before they lower their bridges, they begin to harass the dwarves. The drawbridge is lowered. The dwarves begin to rush into the siege castle. The Vallakians begin to attack with their bows, a slight advantage over these dwarves, but of course, their ruler comes running in. These Vallakians have no chance. The general stands back, the back line trying to be held, and the Vallakian army falls. The fortress now belongs to Vanador. Ippy Boy and Gore Hee-Haw have emerged victorious against the attack from Vallaki. Zukalar and Malakath the Muscle have decided it is time to join the war. But not the war on Vallaki, the war on the most superior nation of all, the war on Burger Town. Zukalar wants to send a message. Zukalar decides to summon a great evil power. Zukalar calls on the Cold Ones. He wishes that they would destroy any of the humans. Their altar remains open. Malakath the Muscle prays to his deity. Please, destroy Burger Town. Give them the great freeze. Winds howl through the sky. Great clouds loom overhead. A new material falls from the sky. White, freezing to the touch. It covers the landscape of Burger Town. Burger Town, now being frozen, will suffer the great freeze. Its people scatter. Unaware of what this is, the crops begin to dwindle. Many of the people hide inside for refuge to keep from the cold. After time, it begins to look like an entirely different place. The trees have grown different. What was once oak is now pine. Osiltar attacks the orcs from Ridkalar. He lands, destroying all orcs in his path. The orcs do not back down. He slings through the air, burbled and angry. He lays down, destroying all houses that lay beneath him. These pathetic orcs are nothing compared to the might of Osiltar. He ventures forth
ravaging all of Ridkilar. He slings orcs to and fro. He mercilessly attacks. He wishes nothing but destruction for these orcs. For every village needs to be burned to the ground. All houses shall be destroyed. Osiltar has come to Ridkilar with a vengeance, and its people will not back down. Osiltar has fallen. Ridkilar and the orcs have defeated him. One less cataclysm has been destroyed, thanks to the orcs.
Well, I want to thank you guys for making it this far in the video. If you enjoyed what you saw today, please consider pressing the like button. And if you want to continue watching more videos like this, press the subscribe button. We'll be coming out with new videos every week. Thank you guys, and I'll catch you later. Peace.